All right. If everybody can hear me, go ahead and type in the chat room. Now, chances are there's going to be probably like a 10-second or a 15-second lag. It's going to be really dark. Like I said, I don't have a lot of light in here right now. But as long as you can hear my voice, that's going to be the main concern here. Can everybody hear me good? Loud and clear. Check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. I can do a little echo here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Like I said, hopefully I'm going to be able to get more light for the next one. I'm hoping I'm going to get with Kevin, and we're going to hopefully do these once a week. Can we get a lighter for the concert? Everybody put your lighters up. Also, I want to do a little... I can get closer or talk a little bit louder. Is this any better? Well, turn your speakers up, Kevin. All right. So everybody that can hear me right now, the chat room for my computer is on the right-hand side. So if you're looking for the chat room, chances are it's on the right-hand side. I'm pretty sure you have to be logged into YouTube to be able to utilize the chat room. I mean, right now it's only telling me that we have 3 active users. I was kind of hoping for a little more than 3. If we can, if we can go to the Opiate Addicts group and see if we can pull more people in here. I'm not sure how many people are actually viewing right now. I'm not sure that it actually tells me either. I'm going to check out and see. All right, it says we do have 6 watching. So, I mean, that's better than 3. I guess that's probably just showing me how many are active in the chat room. So I spoke with Kevin. I give him my little itinerary that I have written up. Yeah, I probably bore some people. Give it just a few more minutes. I want to try to get a few more people in here. And then I want to speak with everybody about the fake pills that are going around. That's the first thing I'm going to talk about are the fake pills and how to identify them. Hey, Carrie, how are you doing? All right, let me see how many active users. All right, we got 7 users, so 7's better than 6 that we had and 5. So everybody can hear me loud and clear, right? I know, like I said, the video is not the greatest, but the main concern here is that everybody can hear my voice. If everybody can hear my voice, give me a thumbs up or a yeah. Okay. Yep. I am live blog from Eddie, iPhone or Keaton on the Opiate Addicts group. All right, guys. So I want to start off. I want to start off by reading a little news clip here. You may or may not have heard of it. How many here are or was addicted to opiates or opioids, I shall say, such as Norco, Percocet, and stuff like that? We're not talking about heroin just yet. We're talking about mainly Norco and Percocet as of right now. so that was my drug of choice as well, was Norco, aka Vicodin, Loratab, stuff like that. It's hydrocodone. Okay, so I want to start off. Everybody, I'm sure, if not, you're going to hear about it now. All of the overdoses and deaths that are happening in Sacramento, California, right now. This is a little news clipping here. This is just updated 7 hours ago. 9 people have died in Sacramento County, and one person has died in Yolo County from fentanyl pills bought on the street. Health officials said, although there have been no deaths in San Joaquin County, 4 people have overdosed on disguised tablets. Now, what that is chances are they're coming in from China. But when you're buying Vicodin or your Norco, same thing on the streets, um, you must know what you are buying, because there are a lot of people dying, ranging from 18 years old to 59 years old. You're going to go out and you're going to purchase one of these Norcos, and you're going to pop that Norco, and it's going to be laced with fentanyl. Fentanyl is 100 times stronger than morphine, and it's 50 times stronger than heroin. Um, the people who become sick range in ages from 18 to 59 years old, with about half of those being men and the other half being women. They've reported so far. Initial reports came in March 24th advising of overdoses related to what were thought to be Norco pills bought on the street. However, it was later discovered the pills were actually an opioid known as fentanyl, made to look like the Norco tablets, according to toxicology reports. Fentanyl is estimated to be 80 times as potent as morphine and 100 times more potent than heroin. Drug Enforcement Administration has set up a tip line for people to report any information related to the tablets. Now, if anybody has any information, I don't care what you think of people looking down on you, you need to report this. This is not snitching. This is not narking. This is saving people's lives. People are literally dying off of one pill. There are multiple people on breathing machines right now because they have taken one pill. They're trying to find out where the source is, and right now they do believe that the source is coming from China. That phone number you can call, I'm going to post in the chat room. It's 530-722-7577, and I'm going to go ahead and type it in the chat room right now. Okay. So I also wanted to talk to you. Now, this is just for a little bit of harm reduction. I don't condone purchasing pills on the street or getting them from anybody but your doctor. Only if they are prescribed to you is the only 100% way to stay safe. I don't care if you get it from your mom. You don't know what your mom does behind the scenes. She could have purchased that or gotten it for free from a friend, let it sit around for a couple of days. Your back hurts. You know you're coming up to withdrawals pretty soon. Do not take any pills other than the pills prescribed to you from your physician or the hospital is the only way to stay 100% safe. These pills so far that they've found are the M367s, which is a hydrocodone 10 milligram, as well as the Watson 853s. These pills are made of fentanyl. I've studied these pictures next to the real pill, and you cannot tell the difference. Normally, you can find some type of discrepancy in the pills. The font is changed a little bit. The press is too far into the pill. The edges are rough. These pills are 100% perfect to the eye. Um, go with your gut, guys. Come on now. I don't know how many of you are around the Sacramento area, but you know as well as I do, in just 24 hours, those pills can spread probably all the way to the other side of the United States. Um, so just make sure that you are staying safe. Make sure you're getting your pills from a trusted source. I'm not going to sit here and say, don't do drugs, because why are we all in an opiate group? Because we're all addicted to some type of opiate. Even people who have quit, people who are currently using, you'll be addicted for life. I don't have to, tell you that. Everybody knows. So I want to talk in the group. A couple people have been asking what bioavailability is. Bioavailability is the percentage of the opiate or opioid that you are getting from the pill or from the IV shot, or if you plug it or intranasally. Let's take morphine for example. I'm going to use morphine because I know a lot about the availability of morphine. There's multiple different ways. They're called, in the drug world, they're called ROA, which everybody knows, route of administration. If you hear me talking about DOC, it's drug of choice. ROA is a route of administration. Now, the bioavailability of morphine. Everything I'm saying is based off of 10 milligrams of morphine. Let's say you go to the hospital and you're having some pain and they shoot you up IV with 10 milligrams of morphine. The bioavailability of morphine getting shot in your vein is 100%, meaning you're going to get all 10 milligrams of the morphine. The bioavailability of intranasally, which is crushing it up and snorting it, is 30 to 40%. You're only getting 30 to 40% of that 10 milligrams. So when you crush up a 10 milligram morphine and you're doing that line, you're blowing that line, you're only getting 3 to 4 milligrams. Your liver is breaking everything up and kicking the rest out and converting it into a non-usable substance in your body. Plugging it, everybody was asking about this earlier. This is a thing. What they do is they ready it just like they're going to shoot it. They take it, they put water on it, they put a lighter under it to melt it down, they stir it up, they put it in a syringe, and they shoot it up their ass. That is right underneath IV administration. I do believe now I'm not a doctor, I do believe the bioavailability of plugging is 80%, so you're getting about 8 milligrams. It's right underneath IV administration. Now the oral availability of morphine is even lower. It's somewhere between 20 and 30 to 40. It's right up there with intranasally. So that is a little bit of bioavailability. You can type in Google, you can type in what is a bioavailability of Percocet intranasally, and you can find a lot of information on what bioavailability is. Now, just because morphine is 100% bioavailable to you via intravenous, 30% via oral, does not mean that the other ones, such as Opana, Vicodin, Percocet, those all have completely different bioavailabilities. Now, I don't see anybody typing in the chat room anymore. Could somebody just type in the chat room to let me know that everybody's still awake and I'm not boring everybody? So that's a little bit, like I said, about bioavailability. Kevin, is there anything that you want me to touch on when it comes to that? Did I pretty much hit it right on with the bioavailability of pills, as well as what to do, how to handle it if you come across one of those pills you think that has fentanyl in it? And I can't stress enough, if you come across one of those pills that you believe has fentanyl in it, do not take it. I don't care what your tolerance is. Do not take that pill. People are literally dropping like flies. All right, so is anybody in here currently in withdrawal from any opiate? Now, we're talking about opiates. I'm not talking about anything like Xanax or any benzos or anything like that. Is anybody currently in withdrawal right now? I want to go over some withdrawal remedies with people. I see a lot of people that are hurting in the opiate addicts group, and they shouldn't be, even if they do not have their DOC. Even if you don't have your Percocet, even if you don't have your heroin, there are ways to get around withdrawals. There are ways to get around withdrawals without resetting the clock. There are ways to get around withdrawals and reset the clock, but that's not what we're all shooting for, right? Okay, so I'm going to take a second. I'm going to type up in the room some of the things that you should have in your withdrawal kit. That way everybody can revert back to this chat. So give me just a second. If I go silent, it's because I'm typing. And as well, while I'm typing this up, if anybody has something they want to add that's really helped them through withdrawals, go ahead and post it into the room. All right, Carrie Alexander, I see you say I was 90 days sober and I took a couple Percocets yesterday. That's all right. Every addict, I don't care who you are. I myself I've relapsed. Everybody relapses. Spencer, you're in withdrawal. What are you doing right now to mitigate your withdrawals? What do you have? You're on day 4, so what are you withdrawing from? That's good. That's good that you're not doing bad anymore. What are you still having? Hey, it's not a problem. That's what we're all here for. We all need to come together, help each other through this. This could be saving somebody's life. And you guys are going to be able to come back to this whenever you want. I'm going to keep it on my YouTube channel. That way, you guys can revert back to it a year from now. And also, while I'm waiting on the replies, because like I said, there is like a 15-second lag here. If anybody ever needs help talking, getting talked through their withdrawals, or they feel like they're going to use and relapse, you guys have my permission. Shoot me a message whenever you want. Um, I have Facebook on my phone. I'll talk you through it. I've been there. We've all been through it. We can all help each other through this. Nobody needs to die. Nobody needs to go through these withdrawals only one last time, but mitigated withdrawals. You know? And when it comes to quitting, I see a lot of people say they're going to quit for their kids. They're going to quit for their parents. They're going to quit for something. You got to quit for yourself. If you're quitting for something other than yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure. Okay. What kind of minerals? Vitamins. Make sure one of the main vitamins you want to take. I want you to search Google for vitamin C megadosing. Um, Vitamin C. There's been a lot of studies. Vitamin C megadosing. It completely takes withdrawals away. Give me just a second, guys. My phone's ringing. Give me 30 seconds. Hello? Yeah, we do. You want me to smack her for you? All right. I appreciate it, Randy. All right. Bye. All right, guys. I'm back. So, um, one of the main things for withdrawal, I see that you say you're taking kratom, which is good. You're taking minerals, vitamins, definitely throw in some vitamin C. Go get yourself a bottle of Imodium. Imodium takes withdrawals 100% away. Imodium, when it first came out, was a Schedule 4, I think. Imodium is no it just does not cross the blood-brain barrier, which means that it gets in your blood, but it gets kicked out. I can't remember what the name of the protein in your body is, but it kicks it out once it hits once it gets into your brain, so it doesn't get you high. Might make you a little bit tired. Now, like I said, you can take my advice or you can leave it, but when you get those Imodium pills, you already have a tolerance. First thing I want you to do when you wake up in the morning is take 20 of those pills. That's 40 milligrams, all right? Take 20 Imodium pills. How many do you take, and does it work for you? And what type of kratom do you use? Yeah, and if you can stay away from the benzos, stay away, because we already all have an addictive personality. Obviously, we're addicted. You don't want to go through benzo withdrawal. Benzo withdrawal can actually, it can be really dangerous. You can have grand mal seizures, and there have been cases where people have died from benzo withdrawals, like Xanax, Valium, stuff like that. Okay, now this is something I've never tested, but DXM. Um, it's a cough syrup that you can get at like your local Rite Aid. There's different level stages to it. If you take over just a little bit over the recommended dosage, it's supposed to trick your brain. And for a lot of people, it takes the withdrawals 90 to 95% away, but there are some people it makes the withdrawals worse for. Um, and I have to do a little bit more research, but one of the main things that really drove me fucking insane was the RLS. No, no, it won't mess your stomach up. Um, there, you can take a lot of Imodium. It's really uh, I've used Imodium for withdrawals before. We've already got a tolerance. The reason that it says only take 2 after your first loose stool and then 1 not to exceed, I think 4, is because it is an opiate and it can cause a little bit of CNS depressant, respiratory depressant. It will not mess your stomach up. And when you're going through withdrawals, you've already got the shits. So 2 Imodium is not going to work. I mean, if you're really that worried about it, you can start off taking 6 or 7 of them in about a half an hour. If you need more, double the dose to 12. But Imodium takes a long time to break down in your stomach, so it is not supposed to really start working until like 4 or 5 hours. But it started working for me within 30 minutes to an hour. No, Imodium's active ingredient is a loperamide. Um, Atropine, no, it's loperamide. Yeah, quercetin is a good pill to pick up that has DXM. Okay. And another thing that should be in everybody's withdrawal kit is somebody's shoulder to lean on. When I was going through withdrawals, my fiance, she was right there with me. She helped me through everything. You have to really have somebody's shoulder to lean on. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot do it by yourself. It's impossible. It's almost impossible to do by yourself. Um, if you're getting the cold and hot chills, along with the RLS, the restless leg syndrome, all right, you're going to want to shoot me in the face or slice my throat for telling you this, but this is the best way to get rid of RLS that I've ever found. Um, it's going to be very, very, very crappy at first, but what you need to do is you need to get naked, get in the shower. You need to turn the shower on. The water as hot as you can get it to go. You need to stand under it as hot as you can get it. You know, you don't want to burn your skin, obviously. You want to get it as hot as you possibly can. And then you want to kick the hot off and you want to make it completely cold. And you want to stand underneath that cold water as long as you possibly can. Try to make it at least 5 minutes. All right? I know you're going to be freezing. Um, then, after you've made it at least 5 minutes in the cold shower, get out of the shower and stand there and freeze your fucking ass off for as long as possible. What it will do is it will help regulate your temperature. It will reset your body temperature and it will re-regulate your body temperature and you'll be okay for the first hour. You might have to do it a couple times a day, but it will work. Another cool thing is having sex. It produces the really good enzymes in your brain, the stuff that makes you smile. And you're not going to want to do that when you're first coming off of opiates. Your brain doesn't know how. Um, and if you were like me when you were on opiates, your libido sucked. Um, and you'll start to notice within a couple days of coming off of opiates, you're going to have one hell of a sex drive. And that really does help. And that brings me to another thing you can do: exercise. Um, of course, you want to pass this around with your doctor. You don't want to go exercise the hell out of your body and have a heart attack. But exercising creates good endorphins in your body. It helps you sweat out that garbage. And a lot of people report that it gives them a buzz because opiates store themselves in your fat cells. And when you're burning fat cells, you're burning the opiates. So you might get one last buzz. Um, but exercise, go out running, go out walking, stuff like that. Clonidine, yes, clonidine works. What it does is it helps regulate your blood pressure. Most of the time, it comes in a patch. Vistaril is a very good non-narcotic anxiety medicine. It'll make you tired. Clonidine is a very good medicine to use. You can get that by going to the hospital and telling them that you need some Vistaril and clonidine. They will give it to you. Yeah, if you're going to go through withdrawal, you want to make sure that you've set aside 3 or 4 days to get through the worst part. Day 2 is really going to be the worst part. Day 2 and going into day 3. Um, B complex. Yeah, a lot of these things that you guys are throwing in the room are stuff that I've never utilized for withdrawals, stuff that, that I didn't even know about. So, we can all help each other here. Um, it sucks to have priorities when you're going through withdrawals. It sucks to have stuff to do. And I mean, it's life, but if you can, um, try to find somebody to watch your kids. Try to find somebody to babysit you. You couldn't get off, you can't get off your husband. You said what? You're 4 days clean. Okay. So there's something else. You guys can go ahead and keep posting stuff in here. Now, there's something else that I want to go over with you guys. Just because us addicts do bad things, it doesn't mean that we have bad intentions. We're sick. You know, I've done a lot of shitty stuff in my days. I've stolen from my 80-year-old grandma. I've stolen from my mom. I want you guys to hear something. My mom's actually sitting in the room with me right now. Hey, Mom, come here real fast. It'll just take a second. You can stand over here where they don't see you in the video. All right. You have to talk loud so they can hear you. Now, if you guys are worried about confessing, all right, I've got my mom right here. I did not plan this. It just happened the way it was. Mom, did I steal money from you?
Yeah.
You have to talk a little louder, I think.
Yeah.
Did it hurt you?
Devastated me.
But you stood behind me, didn't you?
My son, I love you.
You've got to have a support. You've got to have a support group. And chances are, no matter what you think of your mom, whether you think she's going to be depressed, whether you think she's not going to stand behind you, she will always stand behind you. I stole a lot of money from my mom, guys. I stole a lot of money from my grandma and other people. I stole my cousin's laptop. She knew I was the only person there. Who else could have stolen it? And all of these people stood behind me when I didn't think they would.
The best advice I have is talk to your mother. She will help you. She will stand by you. There's nobody in this world that loves you more than your mother.
There you guys have it firsthand from my mom. They'll always be there for you. That's what they're brought into this world for.
See, I'm trying. That's how strong I am.
Yeah, just because us addicts do bad things, it doesn't mean we have bad intentions. It doesn't mean that we're bad people. We're sick. And we're going to be sick for the rest of our lives. And you know what? It's our fault. It's nobody else's. It's ours. We have to take responsibility for our actions. And the first step, like I said, the first step in the recovery is being truthful with yourself. Admitting to yourself, I'm an addict. I know I'm an addict. I need to not justify my actions, and I need to do something about it. You are the only person that can change your life. I'm the only person that can change my life. So let's take a couple seconds away from the drug chat here. Oh yeah. So what does everybody do? Where does everybody work? What do you do? What do you like to do for fun? Other than get high, what do you like to do? I'm supposed to tell you, amen, your mom just made me tear up. Tell her she's an angel, and I hope I can be like her someday. Don't worry, guys. She teared up too. That's the best advice that she can give you is talk to your mom.
She already knows.
She said that your mom already knows, even if you think she doesn't.
She's in denial.
So yeah, what do you guys do for fun? You guys like to play video games? I like to play. I love playing me some Black Ops. My fiance and I constantly play Black Ops. I've got a 2-year-old, almost a 2-year-old. I've got 2 little babies. I just had twins. They were born on the 11th of last month, and my My daughter will be 2 June 29th. And also, what do you guys think? You guys think this is something that we should do weekly? Just kind of get together, blow off some steam, and just kind of hang out and talk about stuff that's going on in each other's lives and help each other out. You think that this could really help some people? Because I wouldn't mind leading it like I am right now. I'll do it every week, once a week, whenever anybody needs it. And these videos will stay up, so you can revert back to them and check them out, just for a little bit of help if you need to. Yeah, yeah, I know. I was having a hard time remembering what fun is too, but once you drop all your druggy friends, you'll remember what fun is. Once your friends, I'm sure you lost a lot of friends when you became an addict. People who aren't addicts, people who are doing something with their lives, and not that us addicts aren't doing anything with our lives, because a lot of us are. Those friends will come back. Those friends still love you. They'll come back. I promise. Thank you. The twins are brats. They keep us up all night. Kevin, are you still in here? You have anything that you want to go over? By the way, everybody wish Kevin a happy late birthday. Kevin is in here, and he is the actual creator of this group. He's the one that makes all of this happen for every single one of us. I don't mind having anybody else host it. If somebody else wants to host it next week, that's fine. I don't have to be the host. But since I am hosting it, I'm going to go ahead and do a little advertisement. Everybody check out my forum, www.iphoners.com. I'll type the link into the chat room. It's www.iphoners.com. It's a forum where you can go talk about the new iPhones and smartphones and gadgets and stuff like that. Oh yeah, what kind of advice? Anything. You can ask anything. I that's all I really had on the itinerary for today. Being this is the first time, I really didn't know what it was going to turn out like. So I guess I'll just open up the floor for questions. Anybody who has any questions, I'll give you an honest answer. Um, I'll bluntly tell you that's the way it is. It's the best way. It's the best way, to be truthful. What do they say? The truth shall shit. Wow. The truth shall set you free. Cheers. No, I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking my daughter's blueberry juice. And by the way, before I was an opiate addict, I was an alcoholic. I traded one addiction for the other. I went straight from drinking alcohol to snorting pills. I am scheduled to pick up my next legit script for actual pain. Legit prescription that moved from necessary use to recreational use. I don't know if I should get it, and I'm totally freaked. Don't get it. I know you want to, but don't do it. Be truthful with your doctor. Maybe your doctor will stop giving you narcotics and prescribe you something that'll help you. You got to be honest. You're only hurting yourself. You've got to be truthful with yourself. I know you don't want to miss out on those 90 perk 10s, but you've got to be truthful. If you're serious about quitting, it's the way. It gets much easier after the first time of turning it down. I promise. It gets much easier every time you turn it down. I mean, if if you're trying to quit, and if I remember right, you're on day 3 or day 4. If you're trying to quit, but yet you're just going to take the narcotics your doctor's giving you, you're setting yourself up for failure. You may as well just screwed yourself. You went through those 4 days for nothing. You just don't go. If you can't find the strength to say no, you just don't go. Or you tell somebody right now that you're in the mood to do it, you tell somebody what's going on, and tell them under no circumstance do not let you go, or let them go to that doctor's appointment with you. Somebody you trust, to talk to your doctor when you won't. Pretty much anything that can be considered addicting, I've been addicted to. Gambling, drinking, blow, pills, dope. I always find something else. So you're pretty much trading one addiction for another. The only thing I can say about that is us addicts, we use for a reason. Um, the main thing we can do to stop our addiction and our upcoming addictions is cure the reason that we're addicted. There's always a reason we're addicted. Something missing in our life, an issue with anxiety, an issue with depression. You have to focus on that and find that main reason that you are using. For me, it was depression. The pills lifted me up. The pills made me social. I could not do that without them. I have to find that main cause. My situation is a bit different. I have a neurological disorder that is slowly eating away at my brain. I do not get enough endorphins. I have a simple motor function. Talk to your doctor about it. Um, have you talked to your doctor about it before, Herbert Ash? Uh, let your doctor know how you feel and see if there's anything else that you can try other than opiates or opioids. After years of therapy, I took it into my own hands. Why did you take it in your own hands? Just the doctors weren't listening to you. They weren't helping you, or you are not meant to be an opiate addict for the rest of your life. That's just, I'm going to be blunt with you, but that's just your justification to use. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. Um, we're here to be blunt with each other and help each other. That's just your justification to use. You've got to get past that. You've got to try to get past that. Everybody has their own justifications on why they have to use. And I'm doing air quotes here, why they have to use. I'm not saying just because you're an addict that you should stop. If you need them legitly, you do. But you have to find a happy medium to where you take them as prescribed. That's the way a lot of people are. A lot of people, their doctor was their first dealer, and the doctor still is their dealer. Most drugs prescribed to me weren't working, or I abused them. I always say to my doctor, was my first dealer. I mean, it's something that um, let me do a little bit of research. I'm gonna get with you, Herbert Ash. Send me a message on Facebook when we're done with this. I want to do a little research on what's going on with you and see if I can't help you. If I can't answer your questions in here, I definitely want to get with you one on one and see if we can do a little bit of research. I know subs can be used for pain. I know people have different ideas whether or not maintenance drugs are acceptable as being clean, but it's something to look into. Maintenance drugs, MMT, I think it's being clean. You're on, even though those drugs are addictive, they can be abused too. Some people just need, continual monitoring and maintenance doses. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you're responsibly using them. as prescribed by your doctor. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that, Bella. I keep forgetting that's who you are. Nothing personal. Do you ever think there's ever a chance someone can responsibly use? Yes, there is. There's responsible using. It's called using it as prescribed from your doctor and only using it when you medically need it. I do think it depends on the person and the level of addiction. I have friends that went through recovery and can now pick up a drink. Yeah, I was an alcoholic for what, mom, 6 years. Every single day, I was that person that could chug that bottle of Jack Daniels in the first chug. I can drink a beer now and not have to drink anymore. It's definitely possible. And I know people who used to be opiate addicts that have been prescribed opiates by their doctor. One time use for acute pain, they used the opiates and they did not go back into active addiction. My biggest trigger is stress and boredom, and I can drink out of a straw anymore because it reminds me that I used to cut them in thirds and use them to snore my pills. What helped me stay clean for long term? The scared. I don't want to go. The withdrawals. Losing everything, my family. It starts with yourself, but then extends to everybody else. Think about what all you've gained when you're sober, and think about what all you've lost when you're not. Everything you work for is gone in the crush of a lighter, the snort of a straw. It's all gone. It all goes up your nose. I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Spencer. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think yes. A lot of it is willpower. You have to want it, and even then, wanting it is not enough. I mean, maybe this is what you need. Maybe what we're doing right now, this very moment, having a support group. You know, even if it is online, we don't have to go to meetings face to face with people that we don't know. That's not my cup of tea. Maybe this is what we need. Maybe this could be our meeting every week. You know, and it'll be saved on YouTube so you can go back to it. Maybe it'll help other people as well. There's millions of people out there that search YouTube. Willpower is a motherfucker. Willpower is a bitch. And like I said, if any of you guys need anything, add me on Facebook, message me on Facebook. Hell, as soon as I get a phone, I'll give you guys my phone number so you can text me. If the going gets hard, shoot me a text no matter what time it is. I mean, I don't have all the answers in the world, but I've been there. I'll always be there. I'll always be an addict. Active or not active, we'll all always be addicts. Yeah, we can do it. And I mean, even if somebody else wants to host it, I mean, if somebody else is going through withdrawals and they think doing something like this will help them keep their mind off of it, be my guest. Your boyfriend died a few weeks ago from an overdose, and that didn't stop you. Um, well, I kind of have a little bit of an example. My best friend in the entire world, his name was Brian. Um, he was an alcoholic. I mean, he and I were inseparable. He was the best friends you could get, but he had an addiction. Um, he took a handful of morphine 30s once, and the people at the party didn't help him. They robbed him. They didn't call 911 until they were all gone and took all of his money and his phone. And on his deathbed, my friend Craig was standing there, another one of my childhood friends, first person I ever stayed the night with, uh, was standing at the edge of his bed crying, saw what his friend was going through, you know, saw what the drugs do to you. When Brian died, Craig was right there. 6 months later, Craig's buried 3 minutes from me now. I gotta walk 3 minutes away from my house to see my other best friend. And the only thing I get to fucking see is a tombstone. And he saw what it done. And he watched. He watched. And it didn't stop him. Now he's in the same spot. I get to visit both my best friends, the only two best friends I ever had. I get to visit them at one of them at a tombstone. The other one is sprinkled all over the United States because his family didn't have enough money to give him a funeral. 6 months later. Exactly. You got to use that stuff as a weapon to keep that addiction, those cravings away. It's always going to be hard, but it's not always going to be there. It's not there 24/7. It gets easier with time. And time is the only thing that's going to heal or start the healing process. And you know what? When when I watched my friend Brian die, I was using. It didn't stop me either. I kept using. It really does. It's false though. Would you rather have the real thing or the false? All the emotions you get are all false. They're not real. It's always going to be one time or one day at a time. It's always going to be that. It's never going to be just wham bam done. It's 10, 15, 20 years from now. There are some people that still crave. Some people that get PAWS, post acute withdrawal syndrome. If you've never heard of PAWS, look it up. PAWS. I'll type it in the chat room. Do some research on PAWS. PAWS can happen 10 years down the line. That's how all of us feel with stress. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I've got a lot of stressors in my life right now. I There are some times that I feel like that's the only way to get rid of stress, but it's not. And an MMT, an MMT program like Suboxone or Methadone might be what it takes for UCF. It might be. There's nothing wrong with it. That's still clean time. That's clean. Yeah, writing a letter is a really good idea and keeping it with you. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna have to throw that in my arsenal. Each and every one of us are our own enemies. but yet each and every one of us are our best allies too. If that makes any sense. Everybody can hear me good, right? I know Shelly Paddock said she can't hear me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Helping and talking to you guys right now, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel good. It does. Okay, I was just making sure. I think somebody in the opiate group needs us. Somebody just posted, "Just want to go numb." So I think I messed up. Let's try to get her in here. Everybody go to the opiate group and post on Lizzie Williams' post that says, "Just want to go numb." So I think I messed up. Let's get her in here. Let's get her in here so we can try to help her out, help her through what she's going through right now. What do you guys think? Are you in here, Lizzie? Ouch! I just burnt the shit out of my hand. Don't you hate when you're smoking a cigarette and it sticks to your lip and it burns the inside of your fingers? That shit hurts. Also, if you guys got a second, can you scroll down from the video a little bit and give me a thumbs up? Hopefully, it'll help move the video a little bit farther up. That way, if anybody needs to view this when they're going through withdrawals that's not in the group or something, it'll help them out. I can't even do that, man. I've tried quitting smoking cigarettes. I don't even know how many times. It makes me want to shoot myself in the head. When do you guys want to do these? Do you guys want to do these meetings once a week on maybe a Saturday or what? It's all up to you guys. And also, yeah, has any of you guys had any reports of those fake pills in your area? Those fake Norcos that are dropping everybody? I'm in Eastern time. It's 10:55 here. We've been going for 55 minutes strong, guys. All right, Chris Weavers. I hope I pronounced your name right. You have a good night, man. If you need me, anybody, we're here for you. That's what this group is. And you have a good night at work in the morning. Did Liz Spencer make it in here? No, this time's okay for me. It might vary sometimes because, like I said, I do have 3 kids. Or Lizzie Williams, did you make it in here? Yeah, I'm sorry. I looked at your name, Liz Spencer, and then I got you and Lizzie Williams mixed up. Yeah, I already know what you're gonna say. Definitely. Everything is private. Don't ever post anything on anybody's profile about anything. Yeah. Yep. Me too. Me too. I don't normally add people in the group very much. For that simple reason. You have my word on that. And also, if anybody is just joining us and they want to hear everything from the beginning, you can just drag the little red bar at the bottom of the YouTube screen, drag it all the way back to the left, and listen from the beginning. So far, it's 59 minutes long. Um, yeah. I'm about to end the live chat anyway. I've got some things I have to attend to around the house. So if you guys want to do this, we'll get together weekly if you want to. We can post it in the calendar. Maybe we can get more people to attend. Post it in the calendar and the Opiate Addicts group. But all right, guys. Well, I've got to get off here. I've got some stuff I got to do around the house. Yeah. So you'll definitely always get support from people you didn't even know you would get support from. It was nice to meet you too. And like I said, anytime you guys, I'm not going to delete the video. So anytime you guys want to go back and read or listen to the video or whatever, my YouTube, I'll post the link to my YouTube channel up here. second, I'll type it in. This is the link to it right there. That's my YouTube channel. But all right, guys, you guys all have a good night and try to stay clean as long as possible. You know, get that clean time in. All right, you guys have a good night. Thanks for having me as your host. Again, if everybody's got time, check out www.iphoners.com.